From Forney Citibank Stadium, where tonight we've had a showdown of two top 10 teams as the second-ranked Longview Lobos are visiting the 10th-ranked Forney Jackrabbits in a game that may go a very long way in deciding who's going to claim the 7-5A Division I District Championship. I'm Chuck Zach, and we will be joined intermittently by Keaton Daniels. And before we do all that, I got to tell you, we have some huge technical difficulties today, which in effect means we're not going to be able to have Keaton doing color during the course of the game today. We have one microphone and one headset only, and it's a nightmare that you don't need to know about, but we'll just tell you intermittently through the game that if you don't hear Keaton, he's actually here, and I'm going to give him the mic in a couple of minutes to get his assessment of this game before we get started. But that's our situation as we start tonight. Anyway, both of these schools had bye weeks last Friday. They're both coming off impressive wins. Jackrabbits 5-0 on the season. They got 254 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns from their super sophomore Javion Osborne. 164 yards and a couple of touchdown passes from their quarterback Kyle Crawford. And they doubled up Lufkin 42-21 2 weeks ago. Not as big a margin as it looked like. That was a 21-21 game in the fourth quarter. Lufkin had been down 2 quarterbacks. They had star running back Kidron Young playing quarterback for them and just couldn't keep up in the fourth quarter. Lobos are 4-1. They made their first ever trip to Lancaster last week. Taylor Tatum rushed for 250 yards and 3 touchdowns as the Lobos won 52-35 game. That was very close in the first half. Lobos kind of stretched it out in the second half. Defense got a pick 6 from Javion Robertson to help spur on the win. Coach Jeff Fleener's Jackrabbits have been putting up video game kind of numbers this season so far on offense. They're averaging a crazy 58 points a game on offense, allowing about 31 points through the first 5 games. Get that again. They've allowed only 31 points, not an average, 31 total points through the first 5 games, including 3 shutouts. Highlight of that offense, we mentioned his name, Javion Osborne. As a freshman a year ago, he was the district's newcomer of the year. First team all-district running back. He ran for more than 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, averaged 7.5 yards a carry. He's already better this year. He's got 700 yards, 14 touchdowns, and is averaging 11 yards a carry. 8 Division I offers in his pocket as a sophomore, including Texas, Oklahoma, TCU, Texas Tech, Washington, and USC. Of course, for the Lobos, they're led by Oklahoma Sooner commit Taylor Tatum. He had 650 yards rushing through the first half of the season, 10 touchdowns so far. And really the offensive line, which got juggled because of some injuries 2 weeks ago, had their best game maybe of the season 2 weeks ago. John King moved some folks around, and that combination of Fernando Longoria, Cedric Wrighton, Tavion Morgan, Jamorion George, and Jacoby Watts really had their best run-blocking game of the season against Lancaster. Lobos ran for 374 yards on that night. Lobos come in averaging about 38 points a game. On the other side, their run defense has been suffocating, barely giving up anything on the ground. In fact, 53 yards is the average against the Lobos on the ground. That win 2 weeks ago for Jeff Fleener, his 50th career victory. Lobos win over Lancaster was John King's 215th victory. Now, we do have a result already in district this week, as last night McKinney North just keeps rolling along. They beat West Mesquite 61-19 yesterday. McKinney North now 5-1 on the season. They are the first team to go to 3-0, so they're de facto on top of the district at the moment. Elsewhere tonight, Lancaster is at Tyler, Lufkin is at North Mesquite, as we will round out the district schedule. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to hand the microphone over to Keaton Daniels. We'll get his take as we get ready for kickoff in about 10 minutes. You are watching us here on Longview Game Day.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
Happy Friday, folks. It's always a good time to be a Lobo. I wish the circumstances was a little different and I could bring the play-by-play to you guys or the color to you guys, but due to unforeseen circumstances, tonight I'll be on the sideline. I'll come up for a little bit of halftime, kind of give you guys my take, but looking forward to this game tonight, Longview against Forney. Forney being undefeated, in my opinion, they're going to get a real test tonight, seeing the team that's as physical as us, see what type of ball game that they're going to play once we try to hit them in the mouth, as the school song is being played right now. Longview, one thing that I've been impressed with, it seems like week by week we are starting to eliminate mistakes that get ourselves beat. The first game, we had a lot of pre-snap penalties. We had some turnovers that caused us to kind of play from behind the A-ball. The next game, I think it was against Marshall. We cleaned things up. Probably we didn't punt at all that night. The next couple of games, we were just clicking on all cylinders. And the game before the bye against Lancaster, we were just clicking on all cylinders as an offense. Taylor and then Boosie was able to get over 300 and something yards rushing. We were just able to run on them at will. I kind of look forward to see the same thing tonight if we're going to play our type of game. But defensively, we have to keep everything in front of them. They have a running back that's very elusive. They can take the top off at any given moment. He's just a sophomore, but it's not just him. They have a whole team. So if we can keep everybody in front, kind of create some turnovers, put us in a position to where we can play on the short side of the field, I think we will be in for a good success tonight. I'm not going to stay before you long. We got about 8.5 minutes left before we kick it off. I'm not as good of a talker as Chucky is going, getting everything going. So I'm going to pass it off. I look forward to seeing you guys at halftime, and go Lobos.
When I was a child, one of my favorite Bible stories was David and Goliath. Sadly, if you or your loved ones are involved in an accident, the insurance company and the lawyers who represent them are Goliath. For over 25 years, myself and my partner, Marty Young, have stood between you and Goliath. The insurance companies know the difference between Godarzi and Young and all others. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
All right, welcome back. Lobos running out on the field as we're getting closer to kickoff. Obviously, road game. First time the Lobos have ever been here to Forney. And actually, my first trip to Forney as well. It's a growing area here on the southeastern side of the Metroplex. They talk about the Argyles and Friscos of Dallas growing. Forney is growing. I actually drove in through the city, and this area is lots of construction, lots of housing, and don't be surprised if soon Forney starts making their way up towards 6A as well, because this is a community that is quickly gaining size and people. They got into this game tonight, and as we said, they're unbeaten coming in. They have beaten Crandall 64-10 to open the season, beat Frisco Memorial 62-0, Mesquite Poteet 53-0, West Mesquite to open district 69-0, and then gave up the 21 points against Lufkin 2 weeks ago. For the Lobos, they're 4-1. They lost the opener to McKinney 23-21. They beat Marshall 48-7, Legacy 28-7, Lufkin 42-0, and then 2 weeks ago, Lancaster by a 52-35 score. This has really been a turnaround for Forney the last couple of years. They really were at the height of desperation 2000. They finished 0-9 that year, first time they had been winless since 1947. Their head coach at that time, Aaron Woods, resigned with 2 games left to play. They had an assistant coach who passed away in December because of complications because of COVID, and it was about as bad as it could be. Jeff Fleener got this job in the winter of 2021. He had been head coach at Mesquite. His record wasn't great. He was 17-25 there, but he had had success before as the head coach at San Antonio Brandeis, and maybe more importantly, he was the offensive coordinator at Allen for 9 years, and his teams at Allen, when he was the OC, got 4 straight state, or not straight, but 4 state championships, 3 of them in a row, and it doesn't hurt to have Kyler Murray as your quarterback. So Fleener got this job a couple of years ago. He started turning this thing around. They were 7-4 the last 2 years, and now, as he said in the preseason interviews, it's time for them to get a playoff win. So that's what the aim is this season for Coach Fleener and his team. Captains at the middle of the field as we'll get the coin toss result here in just a second. It is a gorgeous night. We're expecting no showers of any kind. We have a little overcasty skies, but nothing really bad. No big clouds to deal with, so we should be clean tonight. And The Lobos are going to receive the opening kickoff. Forney won the toss. They deferred, so it'll be Longview with the ball first. It's 79 degrees here in Forney tonight. By the end of this game, we may be around 70, so a perfect night for football. Last year it was back at Lobo, first time these teams had matched up, and it was all Lobos. They won 49-7 and dominated much worse than that. Had 624 yards of offense to Forney's 147 a year ago. I'm going to be quiet. They're about to do the national anthem, and the kickoff is coming up in just a couple minutes.
Captain Robert Cibrian, carrying the United States flag, is Cadet First Lieutenant Darian Posada. Carrying the Texas flag is Cadet Master Sergeant Alexander Gunnels. Carrying the Forney flag, Cadet First Lieutenant Caitlin Keating. And the weapons escort are Cadet Second Lieutenant Isabella Brooks and Corey Evans. And now, for the singing of our national anthem, to be sung by the Forney High School Chamber Choir.
Wow. That was impressive. Forney Choir delivering the national anthem tonight. Awesome. All right, a couple of notes as we get started tonight. We'll keep an eye on Taylor Tatum. He has 60 total touchdowns now as a Lobo. That puts him in a tie for first for most touchdowns in a career. He tied Caden Meredith 2 weeks ago. The first touchdown that Taylor gets will give him that record by himself. Second thing, if he gets 4 rushing touchdowns tonight, he will tie Caden's 57 rushing touchdowns. That's the high. And we're getting into the conversation about maybe catching Fred Talley's record for most rushing yards. Taylor right now is 4th on the list, 3,322 yards overall. He's 59 behind Vondrell McGee, 369 behind Caden Meredith, and a whopping 1499 behind Fred Talley. But if you get deep in the playoffs and maybe get to week 16, why not? You got a chance with what would basically be 10 games left to play. All right, we're getting ready to roll. Kickoff time. Deep for the Lobos. Around the 10-yard line. Kelvin Washington and Taylor Tatum are back deep. Kicker Vincent Hart will be the kicking duties for the Jackrabbits. And we're underway. Short, high kick. This one caught at the 30-yard line. Or 40-yard line, excuse me, and that is where Longview is going to take over to start the game tonight. So short kick, Lobos fielded it cleanly, and they'll start with great field position at around the 40, 41-yard line. The offensive starters for Longview tonight. Offensive line, Fernando Longoria, Cedric Wrighton, Tavion Morgan, Jamorion Jarge, and Jacoby Watts are the offensive line from left to right. Cedric Mitchell's the tight end. DK Reese is the starting wide receiver along with Ethan Harrison. Buster Mumphrey, Taylor Tatum are the backs. The quarterback is senior Andrew Tutton. We're ready to roll. They put the ball at the 36-yard line, actually, instead of the 41, so a little off on that. First down, not much. Yard, maybe, and that's all for Taylor Tatum. Second down and 9 coming. Again, we apologize for not having Keaton Daniels with us this afternoon to be able to call the game. We have a technical difficulty issue we're dealing with, and as a result, we only have one mic for the game today. We'll set the defense here in just a couple of minutes. Second down, another handoff to Tatum up the middle, pushing across the 40 to the 42-yard line, where it's going to bring up third down and 4. Guys to watch on this defense are the linebackers in particular, but here's their defense. Josh Anusium is number 0. He's one defensive end. Tristan Bennett's the other. Defensive tackles Cutter Vlasin and Luke Rodriguez, numbers 92 and 94. Landry Hopkins is 40. He's one outside backer. Easton McMillan's number 5. He's the other. On third down and 4, Buster Mumphrey with the carry straight ahead. Pushing, but he's not going to get a first down. He's at about the 44-yard line, where it's going to bring up fourth down and 2, and the punting unit's coming on. So 3 carries, only able to get to about the 44-yard line, and the Lobos are going to have to punt on fourth down. It's a great start for the defense for the Jackrabbits. And here's the punt. Anthony Monsaveas, high kick, fair caught at the 32-yard line, and that's where the Jackrabbits will start their first possession. And if you hear me say Anthony instead of John, he's got that posted on his social media, and I reached out to him this week and said, now I'm calling you John. Your social media says Anthony. What do you prefer? He says Anthony. So from now on, it'll be Anthony. So first down at the 33-yard line. Offense for the Rabbits. Jackson Badgley, Cash Lewis, Matthew Diosado, Hugo Lopez, and Caden Newton are the offensive line. First down, the handoff to that sophomore, Javion Osborne. He gets across the 35 to about the 38-yard line for a gain of 4. Receivers, and there are 4 of them. 8's Elijah Merks and 13's Amari Jamal. 11's Oren G, 10 is Kofi Edefel. 26, Javion Osborne, and the quarterback is junior Kyle Crawford. He's 5'9", and on second down, he's going to hand off to Osborne again, just struggling to the 40. It'll bring up third down and 4. Lobo defense. Zarius Shepard, Billy Smith are the ends. Arion Harper is the defensive nose tackle. Linebackers, Jamerson Derensberg, Brendan Reese, Kason Brooks, and Chase Smith. Corners, Jaden Simmons and Javion Robertson. Safeties, Willie Nelson and Buda Garrett. Third down and 4 at the 40. One receiver set, but they'll spread a couple of guys out. Crawford back to pass, got a man. That's caught at the 44 and across the 45 to the 46. First down reception for Amari Jahel, and it's first down Rabbits. Jackrabbits only won 7 last year. They've got already 5 this season. First down at the 47-yard line. Back to the ground, back to Osborne. Hit at the line of scrimmage and trying to drag a defender with him. Chase Smith, the first one there. He holds on for a gain of about 4. So far it's been a heavy dose of Osborne. He's got 3 carries on the first 4 plays for the Jackrabbits. Second down and 6. Ground again, Osborne again. Struggling to the 47 on the Longview side of the 50. That's going to bring up another third down and 4. Jackrabbits coming in here averaging big numbers. They lead the district in every appreciable offensive category except passing offense. They go back to the ground again. Osborne, he's got a first and more as he pounds his way across the 35-yard line. Takes the hat off of Jaden Simmons, who's going to have to come out of the game for a play, and it's another first down. Now, this is a little reminiscent of last week in the game against Lancaster. The Tigers came out and went up and down the field a couple times before the Lobos kind of got their defense under them. That's exactly what the Rabbits are doing right now. First down and 10. Crawford back to pass, setting up a screen. That one, a short one, and it is blown up in a hurry. Buda Garrett there for a tackle for a loss back to the 36-yard line. That'll be a loss of 3, and it's going to bring up a second down and 13. That was Ben Perrine on the tackle. Lobo defense, first time they're going to actually be in front of the chains now on second down and long. And again to Osborne, this time looking for some room on the right side, nothing doing. Nothing doing. Defense all over him. Kason Brooks got there first, and that's going to be another loss of a yard. It'll bring up third down and 14. Derensburg getting the credit on that tackle, but it was really Kason Brooks that drove that thing back to the middle. Now third down and about 14. Crawford faking, gonna roll a little bit. Pass to his right, that's caught, shoe top catch. It'll be way short of the first down though. 82 is Christian Pena, junior wide receiver for the Rabbits, and that brings up fourth down. Oh, they lost the ball. I'm sorry. I got a bar in front of me, and I did not see that Pena had the ball come out. So great news, Lobos. I apologize. I've got a bar sitting right in front of me, right at the sideline where the Rabbits are, and I did not see that ball come out. But the Lobos recover it, and what was going to be a fourth down play instead becomes first down for the Lobos at the 27-yard line. So the defense bent a little but did not break. And Longview takes the ball at the 27. First down and 10. Tut back behind the center, handoff to Tatum, trying to sweep right. Cuts back, lowers the shoulder. All that running got him about a yard. It's going to be second down and 9. They stretched that stretch play out and just unable to make anything happen. So a gain of a yard, second and 9 coming up. Lobos have not shown any inkling to try to throw the ball yet. On second down, Tut going back to pass. Boy, his receiver really got tied up. It's going to be Harrison who had it in and out of his hands. Tell you what, he was really hand fighting. That ball got intercepted. It had to be incomplete. We're waiting for somebody to give us a signal. It looked like certainly Harrison lost that ball down low. I don't think he had a completed pass. That certainly looked incomplete. That's what the officials are going to come back and say now. Forney was acting like they had, I guess, recovered a fumble, but Ethan never had control of that ball. And it's going to bring up third down and 9. So Lobos have run 5 plays, haven't had much to show for it. They've gained 7 yards in 4 plays, 5 plays now. Handoff again, and nothing doing up the middle. Just nothing going there for Taylor Tatum. He gets grabbed up, and a little smack talking going on with Landry Hopkins, and the Lobos are going to have to punt again.
So another 3 and out. That's back-to-back unsuccessful drives with 5 minutes and a little change counting here in the first quarter. Monsiváis on for the punt. This one hangs up a little bit short. It's going to hit just across the 50 and take a bounce for the Rabbits back near midfield. Short punt that time. Only went 23 yards. And Forney's going to take over right around the 50-yard line with 4:51 left here in the first quarter. Yeah, just not a lot going for Longview offensively so far. Been only able to muster 7 yards of offense. Forney on the 50-yard line, first down and 10. Kyle Crawford back, going to the far side, high up to make the catch, and then unable to run after he made the reception. That is going to be number 8 for them, Elijah Markson, with the catch. His first of the day, gained about 6 yards. It'll be second down and 4. And nothing doing on that handout. That's going to be a loss of a yard. And that will bring up third down, about 5. Lobos starting to do a little better job containing Osborne. Don't want to jinx that, but last couple of runs, he's been bottled up. Third down. They've got to get to the 40, so third down and 6. Crawford looking handoff again inside, and again that Lobo defense in the middle. Just not buying it at all. The linebackers are the guys there first. 34 is Brendan Reese. That's a loss of another yard, and it's going to bring up fourth down. So the Lobo defense does an outstanding job after giving up the pass play on first down. The next 2 were losses. And again, punting time as Kofi Ediful is going to come into punt. Willie Nelson, Buda Garrett are going to go back. Ediful with the punt. This is a spiral and it booms. Willie's going to grab it at the 6. Up to the, not even the 15. He stopped shy of the 15-yard line. And there's going to be a late flag that comes in at the end of that. And that looked like maybe it's going to be a penalty on Forney. It was right around where Willie got hit at the 13-yard line where everybody was hanging on. So we'll see what the officials are going to tell us. Oh, no, they're going to call it on the Lobos. Boy, that's an unfortunate turn. It looked like maybe there was a face mask at about where that flag was thrown, but instead that's going to be a penalty on the Lobos for a block in the back, and so ball's going to be walking backward to about the 6-yard line. That's where the Lobos are going to start their second possession of the game. All right, first down at the 6. Tutt at about his 1-yard line. He's got Taylor Tatum to his right. There he comes, sweeping around from the left. Taylor at the 5, the 10, the 15, and down to the 20-yard line. 14-yard gain, and it's a big one. It gets him away from the end zone as they ran a little jet sweep that time to Taylor Tatum. And he'll pick up the first down, and really the first positive play for Longview so far offensively, as we are more than midway through the first quarter with just outside 2.5 minutes left to play in the quarter. Scoreless ball game if you're just hopping on with us. It's been 2 possessions for each team. Nobody's done anything. Forney's driven and then had a fumble. Got another drive started, but it fell apart in a hurry. Back to the ground, and Taylor's going to lean forward to the 23-yard line for a gain of 3, and it'll be second down and 7. Again, Taylor had a big night 2 weeks ago, last game we played, with 250 yards rushing. And, apparently that was Mumphrey that was carrying the ball, not Taylor. So excuse me on that one. Still going to bring up second down and 7. He'll empty the backfield. Mumphrey was back there with him. Now Tutt going to fake it and run. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's into Jackrabbit territory, getting chased from behind, and finally escorted out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. Big run. Andrew Tutt has become such a different part of this offense lately, and he takes the ball from the 23, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 23 of Forney. So doing the quick math there, what's that, 27 and 27, it's a 54-yard run. More and more you are seeing Andrew Tutt feeling comfortable running, and he picks up a big 54-yard gain. It flips the field with 1:37 left to play here in the first quarter. Back to the ground they go. Up the middle's Tatum. And Tatum powering forward and getting pushed with some lineman help goes inside the 20 to the 17-yard line for a gain of 6. Well, if you're a Lobo fan, you got to be sitting back going, yeah, this is it. This is Lobo football. We're going to run, we're going to run, we're going to run. We'll see how this defense of Forney handles the pressure of the big offensive line and the D1 running back. Boosie in the game right now, and he slipped. He was just getting going. He probably could have busted this outside and had a chance to get a lane near the sideline. Looked like he tried to make a cut back toward the middle and falls down right there for no gain. Now it's third down. Ball's on the 17-yard line. Third down and 4. We haven't talked about number 2, the middle linebacker for the Rabbits. That's Kelvion Riggins, 205-pound junior who's got 38 college offers. You name the school except Alabama, he's got an offer from them. Hand off to Tatum to the 10. Hurdles a guy at the 10-yard line and goes down to the 6 for a first down. Taylor doing his Superman impression as he goes airborne and picks up the first down, gain of 11. Leap tall Rabbits in a single bound. First down and goal for the Lobos. Clock winding down. It'll be the last play of the first quarter as we're down to 2-1, and they'll blow the whistle. We'll run to the other side of the field, and we'll start quarter number 2. Scoreless first quarter. Lobos and Jackrabbits here at Forney. You're watching us on Longview Game Day. We welcome you back. Quarter number 2 about to get started. Chuck Zach along with you. You'll hear from Keaton Daniels at halftime as we're down to having a one microphone setup this evening. But we're going to do the best we can with the limited resources tonight here at Forney. Scoreless ball game. Lobos finally starting to move the football, and they're doing it on the ground. It started with a 54-yard Andrew Tutt run and a hurdling first down from Taylor Tatum to set up the Lobos. First down and goal at the 6 as they go to the south side end zone. On first down, direct snap to Tatum. Looking for a little lane, leaning down near the 1-yard line. They'll stop his forward progress just outside the 1, so it's second down and goal. They'll put him at the 2. Taylor Tatum, 9 carries, 45 yards so far. Lobos have just gone over the 100-yard rushing mark, and there's our second penalty of the game as the Lobos got a little antsy and jumped on the offensive line. They'll go back to the 7-yard line to make it 2nd down and goal. That's a potential killer. You probably figure this is 4-down territory. Not to say Coach King does not trust his kicker, because he certainly does, but you kind of feel like this is going to be a game of touchdowns, not field goals tonight. All right, Tut coming back onto the field. Andrew's going to be back in the gun. Taylor to his right. Harrison in the slot. Handoff again to Taylor inside the 5 to the 3, where they'll gain 4, and now it'll be 3rd down and goal. So we started at the 6, we got to the 2, we went back to the 7, now we're at the 3. 3rd down. So far it's been run inside, run inside, run inside. This time Taylor set up to the left. And again we're going to have a flag. And again I believe the Lobos may have moved early. There it is, another false start. Yikes. This is 1 step forward, 2 steps back. So we go back to the 8-yard line. This is some kind of song. It's just not a good one. 6 to 2, 7 to 3, now the 8. So we've got 3rd and goal from the 8. Forney crowd getting a little rowdy over here. You can probably in the background hear the cowbells. This is one of those we don't need more cowbells. Tut, little option, going to keep it himself. Nope, got blown up. That got blown up early. Easton McMillan, the senior linebacker, stops Andrew at the 8-yard line for no gain, and now it is 4th down. And that may be one where he's safe keeping it. He wasn't going to get to the end zone, though. The defense was all over him. Safe play, keeping it, take what you can get, in this case, Miller nothing, and live for the field goal. Anthony Monsivalius on for the field goal attempt. Snap was low. Tut does a good job getting it down, but they miss it. He missed the kick, and it stays scoreless. Well, it was all good till they got to the 2-yard line, and then it all went bad in a hurry. 2 big penalties, and the Lobos come out of that drive with nothing. And so Forney will take the ball over. They'll move it back out to the 20-yard line, since that was a change of possession on the field goal inside the 20. So Forney's going to get the football now to start this possession in the 2nd quarter. .9:38 to play in the scoreless first half. This half is moving along. Earlier start time tonight, 7 o'clock. All right, they've set the ball, left hash mark, and away we go. Kyle Crawford at quarterback. And there's something going on. I'm not sure if they've got a Longview coach that was behind the goalpost, and they have an official going over and moving him. They didn't want him over there. You need to be on the sideline, not behind the goalpost. And so the officials doing a little cleaning up of personnel. That's the delay right now. And now they're going to get ready to go again. So still scoreless ball game. Jackrabbits with 3 first downs and 36 total yards. Lobos 3 first downs. They've got 105 total yards so far. All right, first down, Crawford. Osborne behind him, gets the handoff, trying to find his way left, and ball knocked out again. This time, almost another fumble recovery for the Lobos. It was bouncing around and was in the hands of Brian Peoples. He just couldn't control the ball as it goes out of bounds. It's going to be a loss back to the 18-yard line. That's 3 consecutive losses for Osborne, as he lost 2 on that one, and that could have been disastrous for the Jackrabbits. 2nd down and 12. Well, Lobos got an extra guy on the field. They couldn't get Arion Harper off the field in time, and I think Longview may either get see what they're going to do here. timeout. They called the timeout to avoid the penalty. So Lobos going to call their first timeout. It comes with 9:22 to play in a scoreless first half. We'll take a break. We're coming right back here on Longview Game Day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital, or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist to...
In life, some things just go together, like a burger and fries, and home and auto insurance from State Farm. Combine and save.
Talk to State Farm agent Charlene Ingram today.
All righty, welcome back after the timeout. Lobos get the right personnel in on 2nd down and 12, almost 13 back around the 17-yard line. Crawford faking the handoff, rolling right, in some trouble, avoids a defender, throws one sideline long. That one batted around and incomplete. Willie Nelson, Buda Garrett back over there as they were on the coverage of Kofi Edafil. And it looks like we're going to have a flag down. Now, if you're John King, that's a potential holding penalty. You got 3rd down 13, and he's going to decline that penalty. So you could have put him back 10 yards. Instead, they'll decline it, force the 3rd down and long. They want to get that ball back. 9:14 left in the half. We're set now. Crawford staying in that gun. Lobos leaned forward, almost crossed that line of scrimmage. Derensburg leaned a little bit, but he got back. Play clock down to 7, 6. Crawford with a handoff to Osborne, and he breaks a couple tackles. Can't get past the 25-yard line, though. Willie Nelson, Buda Garrett again in there on the tackle. That's going to bring up 4th down as he's a good 5 yards shy of the first. And they'll mark him at the 24. So he gained about 6 on the play. But that'll bring up 4th down. So punting time, Edafil's coming back in. Buda Garrett's going to be the short man at the 40-yard line. Willie will be back at the Lobo 45. Clock running, 8.5 left to play in the half. Big play time for Willie. Rush doesn't really come. They let Edafil get the punt away. Spiral that he actually fair caught and then let bounce, and it rolls out of bounds. Actually looked like it hit the official. But he's going to whistle it down at the 36-yard line. Must have just taken a left turn and came back in bounds, but they'll blow it down 35-yard line instead. So not a bad punt that time. It flips the field back around. And the Lobos will start a long way away. 65, well, they're going to put it back 36-yard line, so 64 yards away. The defense of the Lobos has started ratcheting it up. After a couple of early series and some good-looking runs from Javion Osborne, they have tightened up things. 1st down. Tutt back in the gun. He's got one back to his left. 3 receiver set this time. And on 1st down, play action. Mumphrey was the back, looking to go deep. Launches one a long way. In the air, caught. Taylor Tatum. Oh, it's Boozy. I got 20, not 2, who will catch that and get it down to the 15-yard line. Lost his balance leaning forward, making the catch. But a huge gain to the 15-yard line as the Lobos pick up 50. They had Boozy in the slot on the left. He ran the deep post. And 50 yards later, it's 1st and 10 Lobos as they're knocking on the door again at the Forney 15-yard line. 1st down, Tatum spins, goes down to the 10-yard line for a gain of 5. Taylor, so far this afternoon or evening now, 54 yards. He needed 59 to catch Vondrell McGee. Harrison will check out. 2nd down and 5. DK Reese, lone receiver on the far right. Back to the ground, back to Taylor. Whoa, he got upended with a big tackle. Maybe a gain of a yard. 10 for the Rabbits is Edifel. I believe Edifel in there on defense, but they gain 2 yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3 now for the Lobos. Ball at the 8-yard line. Down here again. Mumphrey's going to be the fullback. Tatum the deep back. Oh, lost the ball. Tutt picks it up, throws out of the back of the end zone to save the play, but it'll bring up 4th down and 3. Yeah, that had a bunch of disaster all over it. But tell you what, Andrew Tutt does a pretty good job of making sure that thing didn't go backward. Now you got a missed field goal already. But Monsivius is coming back in. They're going to try again. This will be a ball put down just shy of the 15-yard line. So a 25-yard attempt from the right hash. Kick on the way. Banged up, that one good. And with 6:33 to play in the first half, Lobos get on the board first. 25-yard field goal from Anthony Monsivius. We'll take a timeout. We're coming right back here on Longview Game Day.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today, only at Juicy's Taco.
All righty, welcome back. Drive for the Lobos. 5 plays, 56 yards, results in the 25-yard field goal and the first score of this game. Comes with 6:33 to play in the half. This has been a slugfest first half. Certainly not the big scoring offenses we anticipated. Defense is having a little something to say about it. Monsivius' kick. Coming to the middle of the field, grabbed at about the 5-yard line. And outside the 20 to maybe the 22-yard line. And on the return that time, Elijah Merksen. And the Rabbits will start at the 22-yard line. Lobo defense coming to play. They held this Forney team to 7 a year ago. They've so far pitched a shutout through the first quarter and a half. Javion Osborne, Malone back with Kyle Crawford. First down at the 22, and we've got a flag, 2 flags, and we've got a false start this time on the Jackrabbits. They'll go back 5 yards. First down and 15. Seeing a lot of Brian Peoples in the game. Number 12, he has been working more and more into the rotation the last few weeks, and he's been out there for almost his entire game. I may have missed him early on, but he has been out there for a lot of the action since midway through the first quarter. All right, 1st and 15. We'll try it again. Back to pass. Crawford looking middle of the field. Receiver really never even looked up for it. He had a guy running a little post right in the middle of the field, skinny post. Unfortunately, he never looked up. Javion Hollis was the intended target, but I think he thought that pass was going to somebody else and never found the ball. And now it's 2nd down and 15. Jaden Simmons. Willie Nelson at corner now. As really the Lobos are playing 5 defensive backs. On 2nd and 15, back to the ground. Osborne, nothing doing. Maybe a yard, if that. And actually, that's their second back. That's Kevin Espinal, 28 on that carry, not 26. So Espinal, maybe a yard. And it's going to bring up 3rd down in about 13. Espinal's going to stay in there. And I am not seeing Osborne out on this set. So 3rd down long. They've got about 3rd and 14. Clock coming down to 5.5 minutes to play in the half. Well, Lobos would love to get it back right here again with a short field. And again, a lot of time. I think they ran out of clock. Yep, Forney going to take a timeout. I think their coaches saw they were about to run out of clock and decided to take a timeout instead. So they'll burn their timeout. It comes with 5:30 to play here in the half. We'll take a break as well. We're coming right back to Longview Game Day.
I am Emily Kidwell-Ramey, owner of SIG Ramey Insurance. Thank you for voting me Best of East Texas 3 years in a row for Insurance Agent. I am an independent agent. I shop the market for you. I specialize in home, commercial, auto, and life. Insurance is foreign to most people. You have to have an agent that is going to look out for your best interests in the coverages that you may not know that you need. If you do not have an insurance agent that is working for you, I would love for you to contact us. We're located on Judson Road. Just look for the green door or call me at 903-235-5658.
All right, we welcome you back. Remember, at the half, we will have both bands for you tonight, which is always entertaining and exciting. We'll hear from the Forney Band under the direction of Cody Newman, and then the Big Green Marching Machine under the direction of Rhonda Daniel and Assistant Band Director Grant Woodson. We'll get that for you as best we can. We have one microphone to deal with tonight, so it may not be the best sound, but we'll give you what we can anyway. All right, 3rd down and 14. Crawford back to pass, looking right, little bit high. That ball looked like it was picked before it went out of bounds, but let's see. Jemias Morrow was over there, got a hand on the ball, but they'll say out of bounds on the attempt for the interception, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Kyle Crawford struggling right now. Crawford 4 of 7 for 7 yards. And we'll give you a little bit more context. Javion Osborne, 10 carries in the first half, 33 yards only. All right, Willie's back at the 50. Ediful back on his 5-yard line. Here's the punt. This one off the side of his foot. It hits at the 35 and bounces out of bounds before it gets to the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark him. Right on the 40. Oh, that punt was awful. 21-yard punt. And the Lobos are going to get a really short field to deal with, just 40 yards away. Wow. Well, Longview takes advantage of a punt off the side of the foot of Kofi Edifal. And so with 5:16 to play in the half, already leading 3-0, Longview is going to get a chance to try to add to that. 1st down at the 40-yard line. Taylor Tatum in the backfield. Handoff is going to be to Buster Mumphrey. Mumphrey fighting his way forward to just about the 35-yard line. They'll mark him at the 36 for a gain of 4. Buster coming into this game, 29 carries, 141 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Taylor, 650 yards on 81 carries. And then, of course, Boosie, who missed the beginning part of the season, already with 16 carries and 115 yards on the season. They are the 3 leading rushers for Longview this year. We'll hand off to Taylor on this one. He's got a lane, the 30, 25, little stop and start, pushed out of bounds as he got to the 20-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark him out. Think we got a flag. I did not see it come down, but there it is. It's a hold down at the 29-yard line. So Taylor had gotten to the 29 where the hold occurred. So they'll mark him back 10 yards from there and should put it back around the 39-yard line, which basically would make it 2nd down and 9. And that's where they're going to put him. So we went for 7. They pushed him back on the penalty with the 10. So a little back and forth here. 10 yards forward, 7 yards back. They'll mark the thing back to the 39-yard line where it's 3rd down and 9. Again, handoff up the middle and lowering his head, falling forward is Tatum. He's very close to the 1st down. Looks like maybe the side judge says, yeah, he's on it. They're going to move the chains. So he gains the 9 yards and gets the 1st down anyway. And with that, he has now gone into 3rd place all time for career rushing yards, passing Vondrell McGee. To the ground again to Taylor. Got a little move. Got a block downfield from Reese, and will go down to the 5-yard line for a gain of 25 more. And Taylor Tatum starting to exert himself a little bit more now as he rumbles for 25 down to the 5-yard line, and it's 1st and goal, Longview again. Red zone's not been kind to the Lobos so far tonight. And Taylor now with 14 carries, 90 yards. Remember, he needs 1 touchdown to become the career leader all-time in touchdowns. He's the deep back. They'll hand it to him. Up the middle, he'll walk into the end zone, and there is your all-time touchdown leader for the Longview Lobos. Taylor Tatum from 5 yards away, and the Lobos lead at 9-0. It started with the short punt, 40 yards. They overcame a little penalty and rode the legs of Taylor Tatum to the end zone. And Monsiváis with a chance to make it a 10-0 lead with 3:13 left to play in the half. Kicks on the way, bangs it good, 10-0 Lobos. We'll take a timeout. We're coming back here in just a minute on Longview Game Day.
The Lobos store has been a mainstay of our football program for many, many years. It's important to us because it gives our fans a place to go to get merchandise. They want to wear the games and different events, but also the Lobos store creates money for our Booster Club. And all that money, 100% of that money goes towards our kids. So please go support the Lobos store. It's a great place to meet up and socialize, buying tickets.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
All righty, welcome back. Lobos with a 10-0 lead. They went 40 yards in 5 plays, capped off by Taylor Tatum's 61st career touchdown. Now, I know this is going to be confusing. It's his 54th rushing touchdown. He's in 2nd place in that department. He's still 3 behind Caden Meredith for the all-time rushing touchdown lead, but he's now the all-time touchdown leader. Kick from Monsiváis into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Rabbits will get the ball again to start the 2nd half. They deferred on winning the toss to start the ball game. So this is really crunch time for Forney. They really need something positive offensively here, and then a chance to get the ball back in the 2nd half. And John King's thinking these next 2 defensive stands could very easily be this ball game. All right, to the 25-yard line. 3:13 left to play in the half. The last few drives for the Rabbits have been nothing good. Play action, Crawford on the roll. He's being chased, throws middle of the field high. And tell you what, if his receiver doesn't get a hand on that, and we're going to get a late flag, which is really, I'm going to be biased obviously on that. It certainly looked like Calvin Smith got himself at least a nomination for an Academy Award. Yes, the pass was high. Yes, there was a little collision, but it was not a full-on intentional hit personal foul, but it's not going to matter. The officials are going to walk 15 yards off, and the Lobos are going to give up a first down on the penalty, which really was unfortunate. It was a bad pass, and honestly, if Calvin Smith doesn't put a hand on it, that may have been a ball that had a chance to be intercepted. But they will add the defensive penalty and give the first down at the 40-yard line. And back to the ground they'll go. That looks like Osborne as he's across the 45. Yeah, indeed. You can tell the difference much quicker than their second back, Kevin Espinal. And on second down and about 3, they get nothing. Maybe a yard loss. And it's going to bring up third down and 4. Clock rolling, 2:20 as they put the ball down on the 47-yard line. Lobos backing up a little bit on the coverage. Rabbits looking at the sideline, getting the play in. Crawford goes back and resets his offense. To the ground. Nope, they're going to fake. Little slant. Boy, a lot of contact. Willie Nelson hanging all over the target over there. That's a catch by Kofi Ediful, and that was a great battle between two really good football players. That's Ediful's 20th catch of the year, and it's a first down at the Lobo 45-yard line. First down and 10 at the 45. Back to the ground they go. Osborne gets a lane, powers his way across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And down at the bottom of that pile, hanging on for dear life, is Willie Nelson. It's going to be a gain of another 5. So Osborne's coming to life now. First down at the 30-yard line. He'll fake the handoff. Pass almost picked. The ball may have hit the ground. Let's see. Willie Nelson's the guy over there, and they're going to say incomplete. That ball got tipped as it was intended to the middle of the field. Got just deflected enough. It came up a little short for Willie. If that ball's not deflected, Willie's still running into the house. So second down and 10. Crawford back, looking left. Another ball deflected. I'll tell you what, the Lobos are getting their hands on footballs in the air right now, and somebody's going to walk out here with an interception. Willie Nelson's had a couple of chances now, and you just know Willie, who's got 15 in his career, is itching to get one. He got one last week, and just about has had one on the last 2 plays. Third down and 10. Ball sitting at the 30-yard line. Crawford, play action. Got time. Good pocket. Throw middle. That one's caught. Boy, he had 3 defenders around that football, and somehow Elijah Merksen managed to track it with all the Lobo traffic, and it'll be first down and 10 at the 11. Just a nice throw and a good catch by Merksen. So first down at the 11-yard line. Again to the air. Crawford launches one back toward the end zone. Ediful got hands on it. They'll call touchdown. He's fighting a defender back in the corner. It's Chase Smith, and apparently he got a foot down, and the Rabbits answer to make it a 10-6 ball game, 11-yard touchdown pass. Kofi Ediful with his 7th touchdown of the season. Point after try coming. Their kicker, Asher Wall. Kick on the way. That one's no good. He let it glide right, and so it stays a 10-6 ball game. 22 seconds left to play in the half. We'll take a timeout. Well, let's see. Hang on. We had a personal foul roughing the kicker penalty. They're going to get to do it again. They're going to get another crack at it.
As a result of the personal foul roughing the kicker, the ball is moved to the 1-yard line.
So now the Jackrabbits have something to think about, but it looks like they're still going to kick. Had a chance to maybe go for 2 here since I put it down at the 1, but they're going to come back again. Wall ready, low snap, rolls back there. That ball looked like it almost got blocked, and I don't know if that ball got touched at all, but Wall gets it through to make it a 10-7 game. And with 22 seconds, we'll take a quick break and come right back here on Longview Game Day.
And now at OR, we want to buy your used vehicle and we'll give you guaranteed top dollar for yours. And if you prefer to trade, even better, with massive savings on every new vehicle at OR Cadillac GMC in Longview.
House party? We got you covered. Office meeting? Come on, treat them right. Game day? You know we're here for it. Get your taco, nacho, or fajita bar today. Only at Juicy's Taco.
Well, the Jackrabbits needed a drive. They got one. Got a little help from an unnecessary roughness penalty on an incomplete pass at the beginning of that drive. But they went 75 yards, 8 plays, and got their first score of this game. The high-flying Rabbits are at least on the board before the half. 10-7 ball game. Longview's expecting short kicks as they have their return guys back at around the 20-yard line. Calvin Washington, Boosie's the returner to the left. Taylor Tatum's on the right. And Vincent Hart, a sophomore kicker, going to line this up to kick it. And before they do, looks like we're getting a timeout from the Jackrabbits. So at the half, we'll certainly let you know what's going on in the scores around the area that matter. We've got a couple other district games going on tonight, certainly, as Tyler is playing host to Lancaster and Lufkin is at North Mesquite. Longview next week back at home as we get to return finally to the friendly confines. Seems like a long time with that bye week in between, but the Lobos will be home next week against North Mesquite before they go on the road for what may be the last of the big matchups with unbeaten in district play, McKinney North. All right, we'll try it again after the timeout. Longview still has 2 timeouts, and there are 22 seconds on the clock. So they've got a little chance to try to get some points back. We'll see how this kick works first. Hart's kick, he bangs this one, and it will drive Boosie back to the 12-yard line, to the 25, and breaks 1 tackle, 2 tackles, 30, makes a cut, 35, 40, 41-yard line. Now that ran off, and they're still running clock. Now it stops with 8 seconds left. Really looked like it should have stopped with about 11. But they run it to 8. And so the Lobos will have the ball at the 41. Now, if you got 11, maybe you got a chance to throw one play a little deep and see if you can't get a catch and call a timeout. 8 probably makes it really tough to get a play off, a timeout, before the clock goes down to 0. So from the 41, we'll see what the Lobos decide. They'll just hand off to Taylor, and he'll spin for 2 yards to the 44, and that'll end the first half. Now, Longview got out to a 10-0 lead. The Jackrabbits answer with a last-minute touchdown, and to the locker room they'll go, trailing for the first time, I believe, this season at the half. They're going to have to come out in the second half and deal with a Longview team that's starting to feel itself on both sides of the ball. Jackrabbits got one late score to add a little intrigue to the game, but it's a 10-7 ball game as we go to the half. Stat-wise, here's what we got. Forney with 8 first downs, 65 rushing yards, and 37 passing yards. They were 6 of 11 throwing the football and 2 of 8 on third down attempts. Lobos with 7 first downs, 155 yards rushing, 49 passing. We were just 1 of 3 throwing the football, and the Lobos were 1 of 6 on third downs. Leading the way for Longview. Taylor Tatum, 15 carries, 95 yards. Andrew Tutt had 2 for 54. Buster Mumford, 2 for 6. Calvin Washington, 1 for none. For Forney, Javion Osborne, 14 carries, 63 yards. Kevin Espinal, 1 for 2. Throwing the football, Kyle Crawford, 6 of 11, 37 yards and a touchdown. Andrew Tutt, 1 of 3 for 49 yards. Only catch for the Lobos belongs to Kelvin Washington for 49 yards. For the Jackrabbits, Merkson's got 2, Edifil's got 1. Jahil, Pena, and Perrin all had catches as well. All right, the bands are coming out. We'll start with the Longview Lobos band first. The Big Green Marching Machine will come out first. We'll see the Forney Jackrabbit band after them. We'll get Keaton Daniels up here as well to give us a little commentary before we go back to start the second half. That's the first half of football. I'm going to move my mic where you can hear the band. I'm going to be quiet. Enjoy the halftime. 10-7 Lobos here at the half at Forney on Longview Game Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Longview Independent School District is proud to present to the field for 59 years the 2023-2024 LHS US. Officers this year are Lieutenant Senior Lieutenant Allison Reed, Senior Lieutenant Ava Wilson. Longview Independent School District proudly presents the award-winning Longview High School Lobo Band. This is the Big Green Marching Machine.
And now, entering the field, celebrating 50 years of excellence, the fabulous Flair of Forney, 5-time Thompson, Texas, 7-time national grand champion, Forney High School High Steppers. Leading the High Steppers on the field from left to right are Junior Lieutenant Yamaleth Fernandez, Junior Lieutenant Hope Glasser, Junior Lieutenant Michaela Escuchea, Senior First Lieutenant Gianna Groshans, Junior and in the front and center, Senior Captain Elise Benda. Line Officer Captain is Gracie Henson. Line Officers are Aubrey Abart, Allison Boyd, and Taylor McKissick. Steppers are under the direction of Stacy Weisberg and Riley Ball. Artistic director is Erica McGee. High Stepper teacher is Miss Shaw. Tonight's halftime was sponsored by Bank of Texas, Got Black Chubby, Tracy Carter, Icon Solutions, Leo Breeding and Science, B-Squared Roofing, GNC Fairhouse Property, AR Consultants Inc., American National Bank, North
the Forney Band will be performing their 2023 field production entitled In the Arena, featuring the music of Torino Respighi and Metallica. Featured soloists tonight will be Caleb Boyd and Emma Davis. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting pride in excellence and honor from within, your Forney Band.
All right, welcome back. This is Keaton here. Just want to come to you real quick, kind of talk about some of the things that I'm seeing. Talk about the negative first. We've been shooting ourselves in the foot here with pre-snap penalties, especially at the beginning of the second quarter with all those false starts. On defense, not really keeping the running back in front of us at times. We had a couple turnover opportunities that we could have had, especially at the end of that first half, that resulted into some points. We had a penalty, a personal foul. But back to the positive side of things, offensively, we can pretty much do whatever we want to. We running the ball. Coach King he had to take 1 to 2 to 3 drives to kind of figure some things out. He's looking like he definitely has a good eye on things. Look for Bootsy and look for Taylor to get it going too. Another name to kind of look out for is DK. DK is staying within the game. Look him to catch a big play action pass coming up in this third quarter here. Defensively, I would expect us to probably blitz the quarterback, especially to keep the running back contained a lot more in the second half. A team that's putting up 40, 50, and 60 points to only score 7 points in the first half is a win. It's a big win for us. Don't think that they can really play with us because I think we're beating ourselves more. I look for us to come in the second half to really start putting our stamp out there. I'm gonna turn it back over to Chuck. I'll catch you guys at the end of the game with some interviews.
All right, we are getting ready for a second half of football. Lobos with a 10-7 lead, and they're going to kick off to start the second half. I'm going to do a quick little adjustment here. Let's see if I can make this work. All right. Got to get the binoculars right so I have a chance to see something. All right, Lobos will kick off to start half number 2. They, of course, lost the coin toss. The Jackrabbits deferred to the second half, and that means Longview is going to kick off to start half number 2. 10-7 lead for the Lobos. They got out to a 10-0 lead in the first half. Forney scored right at the end of the half, 22 seconds left in the half, to make it a one-score game. Anthony Monsiveus will kick off to start half number 2, and we're ready to go. Half number 2 underway. Monsiveus' kick will go into the end zone, come back out to the 25, and that's where we're going to go. So let's set them up again defensively. Zarius Shepard, Arion Harper, and Billy Smith, the defensive line for the Lobos. Chase Smith and Jamerson Darrisburg, the outside linebackers. Brendan Reese and Kason Brooks on the inside. Jaden Simmons, Javion Robertson are the corners. Willie Nelson, Buda Garrett, and we've seen a lot of Brian Peoples in a 5 defensive back setup in the first half, and he's out there to start the second half as well, against a 40 Jackrabbit team that has been led so far by the rushing of 26. That's sophomore Javion Osborne, and on first down, he's going to get the football. Chase Smith's going to meet him back at the 20-yard line and throw him down for a loss of 5, and it'll be second down and 15 already. We kind of talked during the first half, Keaton and I did, at halftime about the fact that we really expected to see John Barry and his coaching staff really start dialing up some second-half blitzes. And A, to stop Osborne, B, to get Kyle Crawford out of being so comfortable back there throwing the football. He's back now on second down, little tunnel screen. That one's caught, quickly coming up, wrapping up, and getting some help on the tackle is Jaden Simmons. Let's see who caught that. I believe that was 19. That is Ben Perrin. It's his second catch of this ball game, and it brings up third down now. And they've got third down in about 15 to try to get. Jackrabbits send their plays in from the sideline. And they shuffle folks in and out and then quickly look to the sideline before everything works. They break down and have to call a timeout. So we end up stopping the clock just barely a minute into this second half with a timeout now taken by the Jackrabbits, and we'll just stay here during the break. First half stats stuff, we gave it to you right before the half, but we'll kind of update it now. 8 first downs for Forney in the first half. They had 16 rushes for 60 yards, 8 pass completions for 37 more, so just 97 total yards of offense at the moment. They are 2 of 9 on third down attempts as they're about to have their 10th one. For Longview, 7 first downs, 158 yards rushing, 49 yards passing. So doing the quick math, that's 207 yards of total offense for Longview in the first half. They were 1 of 6 on third downs. Now, games we said we would be keeping an eye on for you because obviously there's some district games that are going to matter as we move forward. And we'll get those for you here in just a second as we got a little delay on our system. So there we go, third down and 15. Crawford back to pass. Again, he's got some time. He's going to throw on the run deep. Got a man, and Lobos got a little bit lucky that time. Let's see, I believe the safety back there was getting just barely in the way to get his body turned around on that. 28's Javion Robertson. I almost thought that was 29. The intended target down there looked like it was Oren G, who has yet to catch a pass tonight. He's got 4 touchdowns on the year, but that incomplete makes it fourth down. Looked like the defensive back for the Lobos didn't get around, but luckily that ball was thrown short enough it almost bounced off the Lobo player. So punting time for Edifel. Willie Nelson is back around the 50-yard line. He'll gather it in there and not going to get much more than about 2 or 3 yards. But the Lobos will start on the Jackrabbit side of the field for their first possession. The defense holds them to a 3 and out, and we're back in business. All right, offensively, it'll be Fernando Longoria, Cedric Wrighton, Tavion Morgan, Jamorian George, and Jacoby Watts on the offensive line. Cedric Mitchell, tight end. Lobos have yet to complete a pass to the tight end this season. DK Reese, Ethan Harrison are the receivers. Buster Mumphrey's been the fullback. Taylor Tatum, the tailback. And Andrew Tutt is the quarterback. So on first down, handoff to Tatum. Got a little gap, gets wrestled down at the 42 after a gain of a quick 6, and it's second down and 4. And just like that, Lobos start pushing forward into Jackrabbit territory. Ball sitting at the 42-yard line. Tutt keeping it this time. He's already got one long run. This isn't going to be a long one, but it's going to be an effective one to the 27-yard line, a gain of 15 and a first down for Longview. So 2 quick plays, a little Taylor Tatum 6-yard run and an Andrew Tutt 15. And just like that, the Lobos are in business. First down, ball sitting down at the 27-yard line. To the ground again, Taylor Tatum started to go inside, tried to bounce it back outside, and then just fights his way for a yard or 2. It's not going to look like much, but it was a heck of an athletic play that Taylor Tatum just demonstrated. He gets 2 yards, nothing easy about it, and it's second down and 8. And Tatum, who had a 250-yard day last week, this week has got 105 yards, 18 carries, and 1 touchdown. Second down and 8. We'll stretch it to him going left. 20, 15, and inside the 15 down to about the 11-yard line for another Lobo first down. I said at the last couple minutes of the first half, the 2 drives that were coming up were going to be really important, I thought, for the Lobo defense. They gave up the touchdown drive to end the first half, but got a 3-and-out here in the second to start that first possession for Forney, and now they're driving. It's actually first down and goal. They put the ball at the 10-yard line. Boosie in the game now. Kelvin Washington at tailback. Tut falling down, makes a pitch to him. They're going to turn this into points, but I think we're going to have a flag. I don't know if Andrew got his feet tied up from an offensive lineman or just tripped on his own, but either way, a risky play, but it's all going to come back as the White Hat's going to, what's our signal going to be? Oh, his knee was down, that's what it was. All right, Tut's knee was down as he stumbled before he made the pitch. So it'll be a loss of 2. Back to the 12-yard line, and it's second and goal from there. I wasn't sure if Andrew managed to get that pitch away before the knee went down, but the officials say that knee did hit. So the very athletic play went for naught. Taylor Tatum back in the game. He's at tailback. He's going to get the football, and he's powering his way inside the 5 and down to about the 1-yard line. 11 more tough yards, and it's going to bring up third down and goal. I said earlier, Lobos has struggled a bit in the red zone tonight. They blew 1 drive thanks to a couple of false start penalties. And it looks like we got another flag at the end of that, right at the 1-yard line. That flag is laying down. And officials conferring. If it's on Forney, it's not going to be much because they're already at the 1. The official coming out now. And delay of game on Longview. Wow. So they're going to take off the 11-yard run. They let that play go all the way through to the end. Yeah. Oh, after the fact. Now I got you. All right. So they're going to allow the run, but then the delay after the play was over. So we'll move it back to the 6-yard line. Not having my color guy here, it's a little bit more complicated, trying to watch what's going on and find out what the call was. And that's a strange call. That's one you don't see very often. But the delay of game penalty will move the ball back to the 6-yard line. So from the 6, third down now. We're going to do a little reverse. First to Mumphrey, then, pass attempt as Taylor Tatum was trying to throw the ball back to Andrew Tutt. Well, where did that one come from in the playbook? A little reverse pass, Mumphrey to Tatum, and then a pass attempt to get it to Tutt, just a little wide on the pass, and that's going to bring us fourth down. Well, they brought out the razzle-dazzle. It just didn't razzle-dazzle them. So Anthony Monsaveason, this is going to be a 22-yard attempt. Snap is good. Kick is on the way. They'll add 3 points. It's not great, but it still makes it a full touchdown lead. 13-6 the score. We've got 6:56 to play in the third quarter. We'll take a break. We're coming right back to Longview Game Day.
When I was a child, one of my favorite Bible stories was David and Goliath. Sadly, if you or your loved ones are involved in an accident, the insurance company and the lawyers who represent them are Goliath. For over 25 years, myself and my partner, Marty Young, have stood between you and Goliath. The insurance companies know the difference between Godarzi and Young and all others. We hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
All right, we are back. It was a 8-play, 41-yard drive. Lobos with a 22-yard field goal out of it. Tell you what, the Longviews had trouble with the penalties inside the 5-yard line on both sides of the field. Kickoff caught inside the 10, and it'll be taken out to about the 31-yard line. And that's where Forney is going to start. On the return that time, 13 for Forney. That's Amari Jahil. He'll take it out to the 30, let's see, they're going to put 32-yard line. But Longview has had some struggles inside the 5. They had a couple of false start penalties in the first half, and then a delay of game penalty after what was setting up to be a 3rd down and goal from the 1-yard line. Ended up pushing back to the 6, and Longview had to settle for a field goal. So Forney with the ball now, 1st down and 10. Javion Osborne still in the game now at tailback. And on 1st down, play action. Crawford throws middle of the field. Edifil with the catch, running away from defenders, and finally gets grabbed onto and drugged down at around the 44-yard line, gain of 12. Edifil gives the Jackrabbits a 1st down at the 44-yard line. Edifil, who's also the team's punter, leads the team with it was 19 receptions coming into the game, 256 yards, and a team-leading 6 touchdowns. Low snap. Give it to Osborne, and boy, I tell you what, that line again, any bobble on that line is just all over it. Zarius Shepard talking a little trash. You want to be careful there. He combined on the tackle with sophomore Christian Williams, 280-pounder. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10. 13-6 ball game. Or 7, excuse me. 13, I don't know why I said 6. 13-7 ball game. Keep remembering the first point after try, while no good, they got a second crack at it. Play action, roll out. Crawford on the run, throws, got a man, and just threw it behind the intended target. Wide open, Amari Jahil, but he threw it way behind him. And now it's going to be 3rd down and 10. So Lobos with a 6-point lead. We're coming up on 5.5 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Big 3rd down for the Lobo defense. 3rd down and 10. 4 receiver set this time. We'll see if they get enough Lobos out of the box to feel like they want to get it to Osborne, who they don't throw to a ton. You figure they would throw to him more and get him in space. Longview linebackers will be responsible for him. Have not shown blitz, don't do it here. Crawford back to pass, throwing right side. Boy, his receiver either fell down, slipped, or cut off the pattern about 10 yards shy of where Crawford was throwing that. He was looking right sideline, and there literally wasn't a receiver within 10 yards. One guy was running a skinny post middle of the field. The other cut his route off about 10 yards shy of that attempt. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the Lobo defense does the job. They give up the 1 1st down, and now they'll force the Jackrabbits to punt again. With the exception of the opening drive for Forney and the one that scored at the end of the first half, they really have struggled to move the football. Again, no real rush on the punt. This is a line drive. It's going to hit at the 20 and take a weird bounce. Willie's going to back away from it, and Forney will down it at the 12-yard line. So they get a great roll out of a line drive punt, and Longview gets it back with 5:22 left to play in the 3rd quarter, leading 13-7. So they got that roll all the way down to the 11, 12-yard line. So another long field for Longview. First down and 10. Taylor Tatum back in the backfield. He'll be the deep back, set about 7 yards behind Andrew Tutt, who goes under center this time. Mumphrey, the fullback, will hand it to Taylor. Got some room. To the 15, hurdles again across the 25 and to the 28-yard line. Quick little 16 for Taylor Tatum. Boy, he got that in a hurry. He got from 0 to 60 in 2.2 seconds and hurdled his way for a 16-yard gain. like a fine, fine automobile. Get him in space and let him go. Let him open up. Same thing, deep eye. We got a flag again before we get going. And this one's going to be a 5-yarder on Longview. Another false start. I was talking to Keaton at halftime, and he said the 2 false starts that had happened down inside the 5-yard line at the other side of the field. The Longview coaches were saying the band was playing when they were lining up to try to execute their plays and couldn't hear snap count. And the officials ultimately had to go and move the band back a little bit and tell them they can't do that down there. But that may be part of what was attributing those 2 false starts on the other side of the field. No excuse for the one 90 yards away on this last play, though. Taylor Tatum again up the middle, and this time to around the 30-yard line. And he'll pick up basically a little bit more than the 5-yard penalty. As he gets the ball to near the 30-yard line, gain of 7. And so 2nd down and 8 coming up for Longview. 4 minutes and counting. To the ground again. Tatum again, that stretch going left, short side of the field as he's dumped down at the 35-yard line, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 3. This is one of those money times. You got a 1-score lead. You want your big money guy to have the football in his hands. 3rd down, a long 3. They got to go to the 38-yard line. Harrison will go left. Reese goes right. Back to the eye they go. Back to Tatum, they hand it. Taylor pushing. Stopped short of the 1st down at the 37-yard line. Offensive line just couldn't quite squeeze enough room for the 1st down. And we're going to have 4th down and short. All right, John King, what do you think? Well, let's see. Looks like they're bringing in a little more size. Tyreek Tennyson checking into the game. 4th down and a sure 1.5 for a 1st down. 2 tight end set. Taylor Tatum, boy, got hit early. I don't know. We got one official coming in from the Longview side that's got it as a 1st down. The one coming in from the Forney side didn't like quite as long. Now let's see where they're going to mark this. They got to have the 38-yard line. And they'll move the chains. Taylor Tatum just gutted out a 1.5 yards they needed to get. Across the 38, they needed it on the 38, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. Boy, oh boy, that's big time. Big boy football. We're coming at you with all our size and our best guy. Stop him from getting a yard if you can. They couldn't. Taylor out. Boosie in. Fake it to him. Got a man. Pump from Tut. Now the air one deep. It's in the air and a little bit long, just out of the reach. And here comes a late flag. Oh, and the Forney secondary and fans are not happy. DK Reese was the intended target at the 25-yard line. And Aaron Flowers, who is committed to Oregon, their 4-star safety, leads the district with 3 interceptions, is not happy. And neither are the fans on the Jackrabbit side of the field. They're going to mark it off, and the Lobos are going to get a 1st down. Tut double pumped, and Reese just could not really get clear of Flowers. But the penalty gives him the 1st down. Ball's going to be put down on the 46-yard line of Forney. First down, 46. Back to the ground. Boosie, 40-yard line. And steps out of bounds at the 36 after a gain of about 10. Boy, what a secondary weapon. You can sit down Taylor Tatum after he's been hauling the mail for you back on your side of the ball, on your side of the field. You bring in Boosie, First carry, 10 yards. And the Lobos are really starting to push on the Jackrabbits now. Trying to get this thing out to a 2-score lead and really put pressure on Forney. Ball sitting at the 36-yard line. Clock stopped with 2:47. They'll break the huddle. Boosie's still in there at tailback. He'll get the handoff again. Boy, he's got a real burst of energy and speed. They push him back, but he went for about 2.5 before all that happened. And again, Forney is trying to get themselves jacked up a little bit here. Kelvin Riggins, the linebacker, with the pushback and then the yapping afterward. But a couple yards for Kelvin. You move the ball forward and make it 2nd down and 8. Boy, the Lobos would just love to keep this thing for the next 2.5 minutes or more and just keep pounding down the field. Taylor coming back in. Boosie out this time. Tennyson's going to be in the slot right. We'll empty the backfield, trying to get it to Taylor. No, they fake it that way. Go the other direction. That's Mumphrey with the catch, and he stumbles forward to just about the 26-yard line. He's very close to the first down. And I actually got my backs in the wrong place, I think. That was actually Taylor. Yeah, it was. Mumphrey split right. Taylor went left, and he catches that screen. But we've got Laundry down again. It was a slow-developing play, and they end up with a holding penalty. And so it'll move them back to the 44-yard line. So Lobos are going to be really close to a first down. Instead, they're going to have to do it again. 2nd down and 18 back at the 44-yard line. Now move Taylor into the slot right side. Mumphrey, the lone man in the back. Now Tatum in motion. Back to pass, Tutt. Got it up. We got a flag again. I'm wondering if Taylor didn't get set. He almost looked like Canadian football, where he was running and just kept coming. And we get another false start, and I think that may be on him. He never really got set. And so what had been a promising drive and gotten to the 26-yard line has gone backward. 2 straight penalties, and we're back to the 49. It's 2nd and 23 now. Second down and 23. Tutt back to pass. Little roll to his right. Got a single coverage man. Will throw in and out of the hands of D.K. Reason. Well, I tell you what, the Lobos got uber lucky right there that did not get intercepted. Seth Hyder had a ball that was a gift in his hands on DK's bobble on the catch, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 23. That could have been a disaster, though. Just haven't gotten Reese involved the last couple of weeks, and that ball almost looked like he wasn't expecting it. Now 3rd down and long. Harrison's going to come out of the game. See if the Lobos play safe here or if they try to get this first down. Boosie's up top of the screen. Taylor Tatum in the slot, back to pass, Tutt. Steps up in the pocket, going to air one out deep and shoots it a little long for Boosie. Looking for a flag, but he's not getting it. And now it's 4th down. Well, it all was good and then it all was bad. 4th down, 23, clock stopping. Just shy of a minute and a half or so to play in the 3rd quarter. 1:05 actually left to play in the quarter. So Anthony Monsivais will come on to punt the football. Punt on the way. This one's a wobbler, goes high in the air, hits at the 20-yard line, and for a second time today, his punts have come backward and will stop at about the 23-yard line. Only a 26-yard punt. But that's where Forney will start with 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Still just a 13-7 ball game. This one has been a slugfest. Lobos feel like they've been on the verge over and over again of just breaking through on this one, but Forney's game, first down, the 23-yard line. Hand up, no, fake the handoff, throw into the middle. Ediful again with a catch. Tell you what, they got the corner. Javion Robertson looking into the backfield. Ediful ran by him and got open in the middle of the field. He gets a first down right near the 45-yard line. 22-yard gain, first down now for the Jackrabbits. Coming back in the other direction to Osborne. Gaping hole across the 50, 45, and down to the 42-yard line as he rumbles for about 14 more. To the ground again. And again a big hole. Forward for 5 more. Yeah, they'll say 4. They'll put him down at the 36-yard line. And Osborne's starting to get a little momentum. 18 carries, 77 yards. And that 4-yard gain will be the last play of the quarter. We're going to flip sides of the field. Lobos got the only points in the third quarter, a field goal. They've got a 7-point lead. We'll come back with the Rabbits driving here on Longview Game Day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. 2nd down and 6 for Forney at the 36-yard line. Merkson in motion. Crawford back to pass, and oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Welcome to the ball game. Jamerson Derensburg just got a whole bunch of Kyle Crawford back to the 41-yard line. Loss of 5. And finally, that pass rush has gotten there. Finally, they got there. Derensburg with the hit, and I guess the quarterback just never saw him coming, even though he was on the quarterback's side, his vision side. He was locked in on his receiver. Now on 3rd down long, little tunnel screen, little backward forward, trying to reverse field. This may be a problem. Lobos trying to give chase, and they do. They'll get there and stop this back at the 41-yard line. I think that may have been Willie that got over there and ran that play down, either he or Brian Peoples. And that's going to bring up 4th down. That thing was potentially a bunch of danger and just went the wrong way for Merkson. Tried to reverse his whole side across the other side of the field. Now 4th down and about 11. And they're kind of in no man's land at around the 41-yard line. Big play of this game right now with 10:30 left to play. Crawford back. They're setting up a screen. Got it, but it's right there with a defender on his back, and that's going nowhere. And the big man, Billy Smith, sniffed it out. Stops the whole thing. It's a loss back to the 42-yard line, and the Lobo defense was not fooled, and they'll take the ball over in great field position at the 42. Hello, Billy Smith. I don't know that we've called his name tonight, but he came through on one of the biggest plays of the game. And the Lobos will get it at the 43-yard line with just over 10 minutes left to play in this game. That was huge. That was huge. And really, Forney didn't need to go there. They could have pinned the Lobos back and tried to play to get a short field. They really gave Longview a great chance now to try to stretch this thing. Tatum the deep back. First down, bobbled the ball. Tut's going to just keep it himself, and he's going to get nothing. We've had some trouble a couple of times with that very thing. A little bit of issues with the snap. Not necessarily anybody's fault, just haven't made a clean play. You saw Easton McMillan all jacked up after the play. So a loss of a yard, and it's 2nd down and 11. Just handing away plays you don't want to do. Makes it 2nd down and more difficult. Tut looking to the sideline. Clock coming down, under 10 minutes left to play now. 9:40 and counting. Long time getting out of the huddle. Buster Mumphrey brought in the play. And we're going to end up having flag down. Timeout. They were about to get delay a game. That's the problem. We're going to take a timeout. It comes with 9:33 left to play in the game. 13-7, Lobos with the lead. Back on 30 here on Longview Game Day.
In Longview, see your good neighbor State Farm agent Charlene Ingram for your insurance and financial needs.
All right, welcome back. Chuck Zach along with you here on Longview Game Day. I tell you what, if you're a Lobo fan, you knew this was going to be tough. You didn't know just how good Forney was. We saw him last year and just destroyed him. But got some clues this week. JV and 9th grade A team. Forney beat Longview in both of those games. Forney leads the district unbeaten in both 9th grade and JV football. And they're unbeaten at the varsity level at the moment. Jackrabbits are coming. It may not be this year, but they are coming. All right, we'll try it again. 2nd down and 11. Tut rolling right. Looking. He'll throw toward sideline and overshot one target, but we got a flag down. And I think Ethan Harrison may have been grabbed. And again, the secondary, they're going to call pass interference. Secondary for the Jackrabbits does not like it. You keep seeing number 1 with his hands up. That's Aaron Flowers. He and Seth Hyder are the two safeties back there. Harrison was coming a long way to try to get to that ball. And an unhappy Jackrabbit fan base again sees a 15-yard penalty. So they'll mark the ball down at the 43 of Forney. And Longview gets a first down. 9:27 left. First down, 43-yard line. Taylor Tatum back into the backfield. Hasn't touched the ball yet on this drive. That's about to end. Handoff to Taylor. Off right tackle to the 35-yard line for a gain of 8, make it 9, down to the 34-yard line. It's time to go to the big guy. He goes for 9 more. 171 yards on 26 carries. We remind you when we started this game, he needed 59 to pass Vondrell McGee's spot for 3rd time. Handoff to him again. He's got a first down, and he'll lean to the 31-yard line for a chain-moving 3-yard gain. Up to 174 now. He needed 59 to catch Vondrell. He needed 361 to catch Caden Meredith. He's not going to do that tonight, you would think, but he's going to be in earshot next week when the Lobos are at home to move to number 2 on the school's all-time rushing career list. Clock can't roll enough, 8:20. First down at the 31-yard line. Back to Taylor, right up the middle again. Got a little bit off left guard and got to the 28-yard line for a gain of about 4. Yeah, they'll say 3, so second down and 7. Right behind Tavion Morgan, Cedric Wrighton, and Jamarion George, right in the middle of that Lobo line. Second and 7 coming up. Every one of these plays taking about 40, 45 seconds off the clock. First down, Buster Mumphrey this time, 20, 15, angling for the corner, and he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at the 6-yard line as he picks up about 20 yards, 22 yards on the play. Another change of pace. Sometimes it's Boosie, sometimes it's Buster, and it's first down and goal Longview at the 6-yard line. Forney's going to be here again next week. They will be taking on Lancaster. That's huge. Lufkin right now leading North Mesquite 16-7. Tyler losing to Lancaster 20-7. Handoff. Taylor Tatum to the 1-yard line. Nobody's put up their hands. It'll be second down and goal inside the 1. Well, this has got to be demoralizing for the Jackrabbits. There's nothing they can really do to stop this Longview rushing attack. And we got a little sideline warning, I think, for Forney. They got guys that got a little too close to the field, and the official over there is telling them, you got to back off. Clock still rolling, coming up on 6:30. Andrew Tutt walking over to see John King and Chris Valerie getting the play from his coaching staff. Oscar Wilson, Jalen Claiborne, Chad Hancock, Spencer Borens, C.J. Lottinger, David Ashley. Handoff Tatum, and it's going to be third and goal. No gain on that one. Coming up on 6 minutes left. We may be seeing the play of the game coming up here. Third down and goal from the 1. Forney crowd trying to get the defense to bow up here. Lobos feel like they can punch it in here. 2 scores is more than the Rabbits can do. Tutt under center. Handoff Tatum. Diving, didn't get there. 4th and goal. All right, decision time. He actually looked like he went back a little bit on that. Clock still going at 5:30 and counting. Field goal would make it a 2-score game. And that's what John King is thinking. Anthony Monsaveas coming in. He's got 2 field goals today. This one's basically a glorified extra point. Right hash, 18-yard kick. Andrew Tutt, the holder. Kick on the way, blocked it. Blocked it, scooped up. No, they can't control it, but Forney's going to get the football. They'll finally track him down near the 40-yard line, but they blocked the kick. That is huge. We went from second and goal at the 1 Two cracks, couldn't get it in, and got an 18-yard field goal blocked. And now Forney's got new life, and they'll have the ball out near midfield. Wow. Let's see where they're going to put it. 32-yard line. It's not far, not as bad as we thought, but it'll be at the 32-yard line. So ball's going to come out to the 32. We've got 4:52 left to play. First down, Forney. To the ground on first down, Osborne trying to break loose, cannot. He'll get about 4 to the 36-yard line. Second down and 6 coming. Lobos trying to hurry a defender off the field, and they just get him off. Crawford back to pass, setting up a screen to Osborne. To the 40 and across the 40, near the first down. Billy Smith with the tackle, and they'll put him down right on the 42, and it's a first down. First down and 42-yard line. To the ground again. No, it's Crawford. Oh, I tell you what. Crawford had a great play-action pass, but Derensburg got up in his grill and managed to get a hand on that ball as he was trying to throw it, and it's second down and 10. Clock stops, 3:43 left. Still a one-score game. Second-ranked Lobos. 10th-ranked Jackrabbits. Second down and 10. Crawford back. Got pressure. He's in trouble. He's going down. Zarius Shepard's the first one to get there, and that will be a loss back to the 35-yard line. Shepard got there first, but he was joined by Isaiah Horton, and it's going to bring up third down and long. We talked about we kind of expected that John Barry was going to call for some blitzes in the second half. He really didn't in the first, and he's getting pressure on the quarterback now. So back-to-back penetrations, one on the incomplete, one on the sack, and it brings up third down and 17 back at the 35-yard line. Crawford back again, steps up. He'll throw way low, incomplete. He was going to be nowhere near a first down, and it's going to bring up 4th and 17. Boy, that Lobo defense. A little bit of bend, but not much break. Big decision with 2:53 left. Forney's got 2 timeouts left. So if they'll punt it away here, they've got 2 chances to stop the Lobos. If Longview can pick up a first down or 2 for sure, this game's going to end. Willie back at the 30. Ediful the punter. Snaps on the money. Kicks a line drive. Returnable. Willie bobbles the ball. He dives to try to get it back, and he didn't. Forney saying they've got it. We don't have an official signal yet. And there it is. He muffed the punt, and Forney recovered it. Ay, ay, ay. Well, the defense is going to have to come out and try it again. He didn't get it clean. And now it's Forney football at the 27. 2:45 left. To Osborne they're going to go. Across the 20 to the 23-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and 6. This is getting tense. Osborne lone back. 4 receivers. Wind starting to pick up a lot down on the field. Hand off to Osborne off right tackle. He's going to be held short of a first down by a long stretch. Lobos late push out of bounds, and they're going to throw a flag. The problem was it happened in the Forney bench area, and the Lobos, who are a little frustrated right now, just are going to get hit with 15 more. They're going to get an unsportsmanlike personal foul penalty, and it'll be a 15-yard addition to what was going to be 3rd down and about 5 or 6. That was going nowhere, and then they had the penalty. The Lobos right now are self-inflicting wounds. It'll put the ball down on the 7-yard line. First a muffed punt, then the personal foul penalty. And it's first down, and I say 7. I got to put it down on the 12-yard line, excuse me. First down at the 12. Here's Osborne inside the 10 to the 7 for a gain of 5. Second down and 5 at the 7. Clock running, 1:30 left. 13-7 Lobos. Winner of this will move into the tie with McKinney North for first place. Osborne hitting the backfield. Derensburg again. This is going to be a loss back to about the 11, and it's going to be 3rd down and 9. Yeah, here you go. It's 4-down territory. You got to have 2 more stops, and nothing that's self-inflicted in these 2 plays. Timeout called. It'll be by Forney. It comes with 1:03 left to play. They've got 1 timeout left. We'll take a quick break. No, we're going to stay here. I got waved off. No. We're staying right here. Lobos next week, they will be back home against North Mesquite. Finally back home. Jackrabbits host the Tigers of Lancaster. 1:03 left in this game. It hasn't been turnovers so much tonight that have done the damage, although the muffed punt certainly was, but really untimely penalties on both teams. A couple of pass interference calls against the Jackrabbits and a couple of unsportsmanlike penalties. One on the drive before the end of the first half, on the first play of that series, and one here late that would have taken a 3rd down and about 6 and really forced Forney's hands. Now they're sitting at 3rd down and about 9, and now the Lobos want a timeout. And before this play gets called, Longview takes one. They've got just 1 left. Timeouts don't matter much for Longview, but they matter a great deal for Forney if Forney doesn't get a first down on this play. They can get a first down at the 2 without scoring a touchdown. Well, John Barry, Josh Rankin, Scott Hart, Brandon Bonds, Pat House need to cook up something here. Now, Crawford has not really run at all tonight. I don't think he's crossed the line of scrimmage running the football. That's not his MO. You don't have a ton of field you have to defend here. Ball's at the 11, so you've really only got 20 yards of field to have to defend. Longview has been a little more aggressive in the second half, sending folks on the blitz. You would expect they'll try to go probably to Edifel or to Murkison. Those have been the two guys they've looked to a lot today. They got a questionable touchdown at the end of the first half. We've looked back and looked at the video and the still shots of the touchdown that was called on the other end of the field. It looked like the receiver did not get his foot down in bounds, but the officials gave him the touchdown. So they went corner there. 3rd down and 9. Direct snap, it goes to Osborne. He's down to the 5-yard line. That's not a first down. It's 4th and 3. They went direct snap, almost Wildcat-like, or in this case, Wild Rabbit. And now with 46 seconds left, we're going to get a timeout. It'll be the last one for Forney. It comes with 46 seconds left in this game, and at the moment, you're looking at the most important play of the game coming up. Now, I'll say at the moment because if they get the first down, they're going to get cracks to get in the end zone. If they don't get a first down, then Longview's going to have survived Forney unless they make a really bad mistake in the last 45 seconds of this game. Lobos jumped out to a 10-0 lead in the first half of this game, got a field goal from Monteveas and a touchdown run from Taylor Tatum. Jackrabbits answered with that touchdown reception to Murkison. Only points in the second half, a field goal, and field goals have been big in this game. The two that Monteveas made, yes, but he missed a field goal in the first half and had one blocked just minutes ago that would have made this a 2-score game. Special teams, field goals, and Willie Nelson's muffed punt have made this thing a lot more tense than it should be. 4th down now at the 5. Osborne to the right of Crawford. He's going to roll to his right, looking deep in the end zone. Darius Shepard's got him. They're hanging on. That'll do it. Don't do anything silly. And that's going to do it. The defense again comes through with a sack back at the 15-yard line. 38 seconds left to play, and Longview just needs to take one knee, and they're going to get out of here and hand Forney their first loss of the season. Darius Shepard, who had double-digit sacks a year ago, has been so quiet pass rushing. He got his first sack in the game against Lancaster 2 weeks ago. He's had a couple tonight and none bigger than that one back at the 15-yard line, and the Lobos are on the verge of going to 5-1 and knocking Forney into the losers column for the first time this season. A 10-yard loss on 4th down. And Longview does it. They take a knee, and that's all she wrote. It wasn't easy. It wasn't pretty. But it was a heck of a win for Longview. You ask if you're tough. You come here to Forney. You take on the number 10 team in the state. They've been averaging 50-plus points a game. You held them to 7, and that's even questionable. How about that Lobo defense tonight? An unreal job. They held Forney tonight to 159 yards of offense. 2 of 15 on 3rd downs, 0 for 2 on 4th downs. You cannot say enough about the effort of the Lobo defense as they wave goodbye to the crowd. It was a great football game. Yeah, it was a great football game. You may not have been a blowout. You may not have been a bunch of scoring, but this is old school, tough, punch-you-in-the-mouth football, and this was a heck of a ball game tonight. We gave you the numbers for the Rabbits. How about for the Lobos? 288 on the ground, just 49 yards passing today, but it gives them 337 yards of total offense. Lobos weren't much better on 3rd down, 1 of 10 on 3rd downs. They were 1 for 1 on fourth downs, had issues in the red zone, no doubt about it, but on the strength of 182 yards on 31 carries for Taylor Tatum, the now all-time leading touchdown maker in Lobo history, the third leading rusher in the school's history. 66 yards from Andrew Tutt, 28 from Buster Mumphrey, 12 from Kelvin Washington, and the Lobos survived the Jackrabbits, and the number 2 team in the state keeps hanging on to that top spot in the district. 2 weeks from tonight, they will be at McKinney North in what probably is going to be for the district championship. But for this Friday night, what a ball game. All right, I tell you what, for Frank Sides, and you don't know what it took to get this game on for you tonight, that man did yeoman's work. I know we couldn't get Keaton Daniels on because of our technical issues, but he's here, he's down on the field, and he's going to get some tape with Coach and some of the kids. But for the whole crew here at Game Day, we appreciate you tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the presentation. We're back on the air next week. We'll have a pregame show from Lobo next Friday night, kickoff at 7:30. If you can't be there, you can be there with us here on Longview Game Day. We remind you, as we do at the end of every game this season, as James Brewer said, constantly in the halls of Longview High School,